Okay, so welcome back. So we're going to do some examples. I'm on workbook page 13, which is the reverse side of the one that we were doing. And examples, you want to common factor each of the following. So here's an expression. Notice it's not an equation because there's no equal sign. So I want to see what's common in all of it. There's an 8, a 12, and a 2. There is a 2 that's common in all of these. Let me write it out a different way. This would be 2 times 4 times a. Now, I know I'm being weird. 2 times 4 is 8, and there's the a. There's a 2 times a 6 times a b here. Now, notice my 6 and b's look alike. They're not the same. 6 is like that. B is more straight. Deal with it. And then I've got a 2 times c. That's what this says. It's just written differently. If I look for what's common in all three, you'll notice that they all have a multiple of 2. Nothing else, but they all have a multiple of 2. So the GCF here is 2. So what you do is you go 2, you write the GCF, and then you write the expression divided by the GCF that's remaining inside the class. So 8a divided by 2 is 4a. Plus 12b divided by 2 is 6b. Negative 2c divided by 2 is c. There you go. You've got your GCF in front, and you've got your other factor that's been factored out. These two things are being multiplied together. Go backwards. 12 times 4a is 8a. 12b positive, negative 2c. Woohoo! We can common factor. Let's do the next one. 24, 12, and 36. I noticed that a 2 can go in all three. But that'll leave me with a 12, a 6, and a 18. That can be common factored even more. Remember, I want the greatest common factor. The greatest common factor here is going to be 4. So I'm going to take a 4 out, or at least that's the coefficient greatest common factor. Let's look at the variable. Now, all the variables are different, so all that's going to come out is a number part. So 24 divided by 4 is going to be divided by 2 is 12, divided by 2 is 6. So 6, a to the 5. That's going to be 3, b to the 4. And that's going to be, let's see, 15, 16, 17, 18, 9, x squared. Go backwards. You'll notice that we have what we started with, and that's what you should be doing. You should never have a factoring question that you don't expand. You should never be wrong with a factoring question, or at least you know if you're wrong. Notice that the 3 went down to a prime number. Its only multiples are 3 and 1. That's how I know I can stop. But I'm dumb. Haha, I can't stop. Woo-wee, take a look. 3 goes into 6, 3 goes into 3, 3 goes into 9. I can take a 3 out as well. Watch this, this is great. Bringing the 3 out as well will take me to 2a to the 5 minus b to the 4 plus 3x squared. 4 times 3 is 12. 2a to the 5 minus b to the 4 plus 3x squared. This is factored fully. This is just factored. I did not take the GCF out when I did this. I took out 4. The GCF is 12. You want to get to here. That's an intermediate step. You could have seen 12 first and taken it out in one step and gone straight from here to here, full marks. Or you can take a roundabout way like I did because I don't know my multiplication tables that well. Okay, next one. I'm going to change colors here. I hope I have a blue color because I'm into blue right now. Not so much, so we'll use a red just so that I'm keeping things different. 7, 8, and a 1. The greatest common factor multiple is going to be 1. But look, I've got x squared, x to the 4, and x. That means that there's an x in each of them. So I can take an x out. 7x squared divided by x is 7x minus 8x to the 3 plus 1. Now, look at that for a minute. Go backwards. 7x squared, negative 8x to the 4, positive 1. Positive 1x. You don't have that 1 there, you're not going to get that x back. And it's all wrong. If you want to see what this really is saying, up here, this is 7x times x. This is negative 8x times x times x times x, 4 of them. plus x. So the most I can take out is 1x out of all of them. It comes out here. I get 7x squared divided by x. Now, you've done that before. Look, I don't want to ruin that piece of paper. I can't write on that piece of paper. Here we go. 7x squared divided by x. Okay, that shouldn't be anything surprising. That's 7x times x over x. They reduce. Notice they're ones and not zeros. 7x. Yay, moving on. All right, I'm going to start going a little bit faster now. A squared comes out. Y comes out. It's going to leave me with a squared, y to the 5, minus y, minus a. Check it. A to the 4, y to the 6. A squared, y squared. A cubed, y. It works. That's it, guys. If you want, you can put brackets around that. Life's wonderful. Let's look at this one. I'm thinking 12. Let's see if I'm left with anything after I do 12. If I am, then I'll just keep going. So, oh wait, it's 12m squared and an x cubed. Yes, I've written it differently. Ooh, I put brackets around it instead of writing it like that. It's okay, it's fine, we'll be fine, I'll show you. So it's going to be 2mx squared, and it's going to be 3 m squared. All the x's it went. Okay, so hold on, I better show you what's going on here. 12m squared x cubed left us with 2x squared minus 3m squared. Need your equal signs. Let's go backwards and see if it works. 12 times 2 is 24. 12 times 3 is 36. Mx cubed times x squared is m squared x to the 5. M squared times m squared is m to the 4, x to the 3. It works. They're getting more interesting. You're going to have to spend some time with these. Let's look. I got 3 terms. I'm going to take out a 7. Since I can take out a negative in each of them, I like taking out the negative. xy, xy, xy. I can take an 7xy out of all 3 of them. Negative 14 divided by negative 7 is positive 2. X to the 4 divided by x is x to the 3. Y to the 3 divided by y is y squared. Negative 21 divided by negative 7 is plus 3. X cubed divided by x is x squared. Y6 divided by y is y to the 5. Minus divided by minus, so negative 7 divided by negative 7 is positive 1. X divided by x is a 1. Y divided by y is a 1. I could keep writing 1 times 1 times 1, but we know that 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 is just going to be 1, and we leave it. Let's check. Negative 7 times 2 is negative 14. X to the 4, y to the 3. Negative 7 times 3 is negative 21. X to the 3, y to the 6. Negative 7xy times 1 is negative 7xy. If you don't include that 1, when you go to expand, you will miss this term. That's how you can check. Note, if the first term is negative, the negative is usually included in the GCF. Okay, so that negative for that. All right, number 7. Oh my goodness. Let's go back to black just for fun. I have a negative in the front, so I'm going to take a negative out. I've got m's everywhere. So negative m. When I do that, and I want to show the negative m, I tend to put it in brackets, just so I see it all together. So it's going to be m to the 5 divided by negative m. So that's going to be positive m to the 4. 3 divided by negative is negative 3. D, m to the 3 divided by m is m. Oh, forgot my d. M squared. Minus divided by minus, or negative divided by negative, is going to be 2. Oh, sorry, it's going to be positive 2. Let's see how it works. Go backwards. That should be negative m to the 5. Yep. That should be positive 3dm cubed. Yep. That should be negative 2m. Yep. Yay! All right, binomial factoring. Real simple. You think of the binomial as one factor, as one thing. So in other words, you do not expand. You have to read common factor each of the following. Okay? Common factor. If it said expand and simplify, then you would expand. But you have to resist that temptation. You have to realize that this and this are a common factor. They're the same silly thing. So I can common factor them out, and that'll leave me with 3x divided by y minus 1. Well, that's 3x. 2y minus 1 divided by y minus 1 is a 2. Think about going backwards. If I was to go backwards, that would go there, and that would go there. So there's something new for you to think about. We're going to common factor binomials. This one. Let's see what the binomial is. It's this and this. The two terms are here and here. So what we're going to do is we're going to common factor out the m plus 3. That'll leave me with 5x divided by m plus 3, which is 5x. That'll leave me with m plus 3 divided by m plus 3, which is going to be 1. Think about going backwards. 5x m plus 3 minus 1 m plus 3. It works. So, this is identical to 5x times a minus a. Think of that question. What we would do is we want to common factor it. So we can a here and an a here. You common factor out the a and you get 5x minus 1. Woohoo! Cool. All right. So look what's here. X minus 2, x plus 2. They are not the same. X minus 2 does not equal x plus 2. So this cannot factor. And what we say is does not factor. I can't factor anything out. There's no common terms here. You tell me it does not factor and you get full marks. You leave it blank, you get nothing. You attempt to factor it and you try to cheat and tell me that you can take out a negative 2 or a negative or a positive 2. You're lying to me and it's wrong. Okay, so that's page 13. I'm going to stop there so my videos don't get too long and we'll look at the next one.